Hey guys, welcome to this video lecture series on the subject of polymer science and technology. I'm Harsh Panchal, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In a previous video of the chapter Basic Concept of the Polymer Science, we have understand different molecular weights, in which we have understand the average number molecular weight, then we have understand weight average molecular weight with the example of the vegetables basket, and even we have also implemented same concept on the polymer chain as well. If you have missed that video, you can find it in the I button on the top of the screen. Again, these concepts are very important for the exam point of view as well. Now in this video, we are going to discuss about the segmentation and viscosity average molecular weight as well. So as you can see here on the screen that apart from MW and MN, that is your number average molecular weight and weight average molecular weight, we also have two other methods to express the molecular weight on the average basis, and that is the sedimentation and flow behavior, that is your viscosity of the polymer solution. So they are Z average molecular weight, which is being represented by MZ, that is your sedimentation average molecular weight. And we do have one more type, that is your viscosity average based molecular weight, that is being represented by the MV. So this is the formula which is being used to calculate the sedimentation average molecular weight. It is Mz is equal to sigma Ni capital Mi cube divided by sigma Ni capital Mi square. And the viscosity average molecular weight can be calculated by sigma Ni capital Mi raised to 1 plus A, which is being divided by sigma Ni capital Mi, and entire bracket has raised to 1 divided by A. Here this particular small a is nothing but your variable, which can range from 0.5 to 1. So these are the one more number which are being used to calculate the average molecular weight of specific polymer, such as sedimentation average molecular weight and viscosity average molecular weight. Now after that, let's just focus on the next topic of this concept of the polymer science, and that is molecular weight and degree of polymerization. So these are not the new term for us. We have also understand the same concepts in the chapter number 3 of the polymer science and technology. So the size of the polymer molecule will definitely depend on the number of repeating units that are being contained in the polymeric unit, right? And they are also being dependent on the number. So the polymer size, which always been defined by the number of monomeric units that are being combined together to form that structure of the polymer, and that number is nothing but your degree of polymerization. So let's just suppose that there are 5 monomeric units of ethane molecule are combined together to form polyethylene molecule. Then the degree of polymerization for that particular polymer will be 5, because 5 monomeric units are being combined together to form polyethylene monomer. Now for an instant, let's just have an example. If there are thousands of repeating units combined together to form polymer, then the degree of polymerization for that particular polymer will be 1000, and it will be represented as dP is equal to 1000. Now this dP also provides us another way to express the molecular weight of the polymer, where this dP means degree of polymerization. So this formula is like that: M is equal to dP into small m, where capital M is your molecular weight of the polymer. dP is nothing but degree of polymerization, and small m will represent the molecular weight of individual monomeric unit, right? So by this mathematical form, we can also calculate the molecular weight of our polymer. Now, here you can see that this dP is the degree of polymerization and small m is nothing but your molecular weight of small monomeric unit. Both dP and molecular weight are being related to the molecular size. So the molecular size will ultimately be defined by the molecular weight and the degree of polymerization as well. Hence, like the molecular weight, dP can also be averaged over the size of the sample. So we can even implement the number average concept on the degree of polymerization as well, right? And we can also implement weight average concept on the degree of polymerization as well. So let's just see how do we can implement this thing. The number average and weight average concept of the degree of polymerization can be defined in a similar manner to which we have defined capital Mn and capital Mw. That is number average based molecular weight and weight average based molecular weight. So like that we will have dPn, that is number average based degree of polymerization, equal to sigma Ni into dPi, then which is being divided by sigma Ni. And again we will have dPw, which is your weight based degree of polymerization, which is equal to sigma Ni dPi square, which is being divided by sigma Ni dPi. So these two are nothing but your number average based degree of polymerization and weight average based degree of polymerization. Now, after understanding this degree of polymerization, let's just focus on the next concept of the polymer science, and that is polydispersivity and molecular weight distribution of the polymers. So, a simple chemical compound contains only one molecule, right? Each of which has the same molecule and they are being termed as the monodispersed molecule, right? So the simple compounds such as HCl, NaOH are being referred as the monodispersed molecule, whereas polymer contains many molecules of the monomers, each of which can have different molecular weights, right? Hence they are being referred as the polydispersed system. So these two systems are basically different. One is the monodispersed system, in which the entire molecule has the same molecular weight, while another one is the polydispersed system, in which we have different molecular weights of different monomers, which can also be represented by this image as well. As you can see here, this particular image represents the monodispersed system, in which all the molecules are of the same molecular weight or the same size. And the example of such are the simple chemical compounds such as H2O, alcohol, and NaOH, HCl like that. And on the another side, we have polydispersed system, which is look like this, right? Which is being made up of the molecules which has different size. So the polymer such as polyethylene can be having such kind of this. Now, to further understand this, let's just take an example in which the polymer sample, say it has the 14,000 of the average molecular weight. Now this may means that the molecular weight ranging from 20,000 to 80,000, right? Or it can also have molecular weight ranging from 500 to 10,000 of the molecular weight, which means the figure is uncertain, right? If the average molecular weight of particular polymer is 14,000 grams per mole, then their molecules can have wide range of the individual molecular weights. So this is the reason why two polymers of the same molecular weight of 14,000 gram per mole, that is your Mn, can display similar property in some respect, but they display different properties in other respect, right? So based on the condition and based on the average molecules, individual molecular weight of the monomer, their property will always change. To know a polymer properly, we have to knowledge of both the average molecular weight and as well as its dispersion pattern. This dispersivity with respect to the lowest and highest molecular weight of the homogeneous is being expressed by the simple molecular weight distribution. So this is the simple weight distribution curve of any polymer sample. Curve like this for a specific polymer can be made by plotting the number fraction of the polymer which has the molecular weight of Mi against the corresponding molecular weight. So as you can see here, this is the curve in which we have number fraction, that is your Ni, on the y-axis, and on the x-axis we have respective molecular weight. So this is the molecular weight distribution curve for the particular polymer sample. Now if we discuss about the polydispersity, which is being very important parameter for the polymer science and the molecular weight distribution. It basically gives an idea of the lowest and the highest molecular weight species as well as the distribution pattern of the intermediate molecular weight species. So this will give us the idea about the highest and the lowest molecular weight of the species in the particular polymer sample. To quickly get the idea of the degree of polymerization, we can always determine MW, that is weight, average molecular weight of the polymer, and Mn, which is number average molecular weight of the polymer, by two different experimental methods, and we have to compute the ratio as MW divided by Mn. Now this ratio will always indicate the extent of the polydispersity. For all the synthetic polymers, this ratio is always higher than the 1. As the molecular weight distribution becomes broader, the value of MW and Mn increases. So this ratio is always being largely affected towards the polydispersity of the polymer, right? So as this ratio for all the synthetic polymer is always greater than 1, and hence its molecular weight distribution become broader with the value of MW divided by Mn increases, right? So this was all about the polydispersity and molecular weight distribution of the polymer. And this concludes the chapter of basic concept of the polymer science. In this chapter, we have understood so many important questions. Initially, we have started the discussion with the average molecular weight, and we have compared the polymer with the normal molecules. Whereas normal molecule has the fixed molecular weight, while the polymer do not have fixed molecular weight. We have seen the example of polyethylene as well. As the structure and the length of polyethylene changes, its molecular weight also changes. And in order to counter that problem, we have developed the concept of average molecular weight, in which we have understand different average of the molecular weight, such as number average molecular weight, weight average molecular weight, and lastly, the sedimentation and viscosity average molecular weight. And after that, we have developed the knowledge of molecular weight distribution and the degree of polymerization. And lastly, we have also understand, and lastly, we have seen polydispersity and how the ratio of MW by Mn can affect the polydispersity of the any polymer molecules. Now, we will see you in the next video. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.